So it says find the standard form of the equation of a polynomial, and then it gives us two roots. So it says that one of them is 4i. So if you have an answer is 4i, what's another answer? Negative 4i. Okay. And then it says you have a root at negative 3 root 6. And if you have negative 3 root 6, what else do you have? Positive 3 root 6. Okay. So since we have 4 answers, what should the degree be? 4. Yeah. All right. So what should we put for our function? F of x, g of x, y? Just y? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
live beings.
Flower. It's not an animal.
A flower of x.
I can predict.
Okay.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's like I was ready for that one.
I regret saying flower.
You regret it because of my drawing?
It's too good. I can't replicate that.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I was almost offended, but now I'm not. Now I'm not. All right, so our first parentheses should be what?
My flower looks dead.
X minus 4i. What's the next one? X plus 4i. Okay, what's the next one? Perfect. And then what's the last one? Perfect. Okay. Now, when we do the foiling step, some of you are going to take this as a dare. This is not a dare. I'm just telling you. You need to foil the nastiness with its paired nastiness, okay? Because if you were to foil these two, the gross doesn't cancel out with gross, it stays. Does that make sense? So for the gross to correctly cancel out with gross, you have to foil out the pair. Okay? Eventually it would all work out, but you want it to work out nicely as you go. You don't want it to be insane and then work out at the end. You want it to work out in the middle of the problem too. Okay? So that means that when we foil the partners. We say, oh, you're soulmates, let's put you together, okay? We don't try to mix things up in the meantime. Now, if you want to take that as a dare and make yourself cry this period, go ahead. Go right on ahead. But I'm not saying that as a challenge because it's fun, because all the students, every year there's someone who tries it. Feel free. I'm just telling you it's not fun, okay? Just don't do it on the test. If you feel like doing it, do it on your own time. Don't choose the test as the time to try it. Okay? I'm just telling you. All right. So we always multiply it out with its pair because that's when things are tidy and that's when gross cancels with gross. If we mix it up with another partner, then gross doesn't cancel with gross and things get weird. Okay? All right. So x times x is x squared. X times positive 4i is 4ix. Negative 4i times x is negative 4ix. Negative 4i times positive 4i is negative 16i squared. And then negative 16i squared is actually what? It's actually positive 16 because it's actually negative 16 times negative 1. So it's positive 16. And then here, positive gross, negative gross. Those are gone. I say gross because they look weird. Yeah. I could say funky, I guess. Positive funk, negative funk. You know? What else could we call it? I don't know. I figure if I always call it gross, it's memorable. Freaky deaky. All right. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 root 6 is negative 3 root 6 x. Positive 3 root 6 times x is positive 3 root 6 x. And then positive 3 root 6 times negative 3 root 6 is negative. 3 times 3 is 9. Root 6 times root 6 is root 36, which simplifies to be just 6. So negative 9 times 6. And 9 times 6 is 54. Okay.
Do you typically need to combine like terms in the first step during the foiling? Because you just can't put it into a big old box chart anyway. That's what it's used for, a whole box chart.
Do you need to write all this out, you mean?
Well, you have minus 3 root 6x plus 3 root 6x. And you would frequently simplify that into x squared. You know, and say you're just going to put it in a big box chart anyways for the 80. Oh, I see. You don't need that.
Oh, no, yeah, since they're gonna, yeah, this one, they end up not needing it.
But if it didn't, you wouldn't need to.
And then we have the negative freaky deaky and positive freaky deaky, and those go away. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it. Okay. Now, this time we have 2 terms by 2 terms, so we actually don't need to do a box. We can just keep foiling. Keep right along with our foiling, but we got some big numbers, so we might need a calculator for the foiling. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th minus 54 x squared plus 16 x squared. 16 times 54 minus large. I don't know. Okay, all right.
Oh my god. I don't think that's how pedals work though. What?
Okay. Okay. So flower of x is x to the 4th minus 38x squared minus 864. So we just have to remember if the instructions ask for standard form, you have to multiply the factors. If they ask for the linear factorizations, you don't. So pay attention to your instructions. It will save you time and energy, give you points. Okay? So pay attention to your instructions. All right, at this point, we now have enough information in our brains to finish all the problems in that writing equations packet. So now we're going to finish all those problems. Okay, so that's your assignment for today is do the review, finish the problems from that packet, and then while you're working on that, make yourself a cheat sheet to use on the test on Tuesday so that if you have a brain fart during the test, you can go, oh no, brain, your tooting does not scare me. I've got this example problem that's going to help me out. If you assignments in front of you, like if I hand you your papers back and you just throw them in the garbage, then just use the answer keys on Canvas to help you make your cheat sheets. Okay? So use your old notes, use the answer keys, things like that to get an example of every different type of problem. Write as small as you need to. Can you bring a magnifying glass if you want to go that insane with it? Absolutely. Okay?
Can you bring an electron microscope?
By all means. By all means. There you go.
I have my microscope in this chart here in 6th grade. Oh my gosh, you do? Wait, okay, I'll just go on yours. Okay. Oh, I'm your one follower.
Yeah. I don't use Spotify that often. So.
Wait, I have 3 followers.
You're famous.
That's Mackenzie's. I have like 12. I think it's one of the weird ones too, but it should just be that's right. Oh, it's MIXX53AGG8BJ18B. DJ. No, VJ, not V.
Okay, I'm on X6 on.
You're behind. After the 53 A G G 8
Oh, I found it.
BJ 18 B 50 E J L S Q 7K.
One playlist.
I have 3 followers. I need to go on TV.
No! Wow, there's some cool ones. Just one playlist of all of the same band.
What?
Just one playlist of all the same band.
It's like one singer. What's your RONY? Yeah. There's this random person named Please Follow Sergio that follows me. Oh, and I have no idea who it is. And it's weird for me. I don't know how to remove Spotify.
Once, so there's like a bunch of, for the quiz review, there's a bunch of like special, like fancy, like special warnings on problem 9, but I don't see how it's different from problem 7 or 8. Like, do we just like not convert it to decimal? So like,
Oh, so problem 9 has, instead of having answers that are imaginary, it has answers that are, they're all real. So because some people use that process of finding real and complex roots, they'll take the real roots that are whole numbers, and they'll divide by those, just like you normally would, just like you would with 7 and 8, and they'll ignore the ones that are decimals. So they'll use the whole number ones, and then they'll do synthetic division, and then they'll get down to the end, and then they'll do the quadratic formula to find the exact answers of the ones that are decimals, so that they're not finding those on their calculator. Because the calculator is going to approximate the decimals, and you can get the exact answers with the square roots by doing it by hand. And that's what number 9 is asking you to do. Huh? But it's not exact because you're getting the decimal answers.
I wasn't giving guessing.
No, because you were getting complex roots. Number 9, they're all going to be real. They're all real because you're going to have 4 x-intercepts. Now did you graph number 9? So on number 9, you should see 4 real x-intercepts, which means you have all of them. No, so it's saying what the instructions are saying are only write down the ones that are whole numbers. That's what the instructions tell you to do. Ignore the ones that are decimals, only write down the ones that are whole numbers. Yeah.
Why is this split up in numbers? Okay. Wait, do you want to see it? I need to turn it. Wait, I'll just go all over. I couldn't understand overnight. So I want to answer that.
So basically,
In number 9, there are 4
X
x-intercepts and then 2 of them are decimals. You didn't use them.
Yeah, it asks you to, if you read the problem, it says, start off by finding the real roots that are whole numbers. Treat the problem like you're finding the complex roots. Treat it like this. But you'll find the irrational roots instead. Irrational means decimals. So ignore the decimal roots. When you do it, only look at the whole numbers. Ignore the ones that are decimals. So 2 of them are decimals, 2 of them are whole numbers. So you're going to see 4, but you're going to ignore the ones that are decimals.
Okay.
Only do the ones that are whole numbers, and then do it like number 7 and 8.
Nobody until Ellie comes in. Solving.
Go to the airport. Go to like each other's airports and then we'll also go to your home.
So I go to my house.
I just don't like we're spending money there. We just walk around. We park in a free lot and walk down the road for a mile. Because I can't run. Is soccer a Friday? That means off.
And then I can go somewhere. I'm an introverted person with social anxiety. It's not just being fucking.
Yeah, we're gonna go and sit down at a table. It's like the same.
Have you seen how crowded it is?
Mm-hmm.
Really sorry?
We sit outside.
Yeah. I'll do that after school.
Alex.
I'm not gonna look at
He looks like
You got the blue jacket?
Not the right color blue. Jacket is science.
Sorry.
I thought he wore a t-shirt.
Actually, yeah, he does.
Yeah, you should know this. You walk like Steve.
Oh yeah, just for one day, just. I think the light can be a little more exaggerated.
I'm playing a lot of Minecraft, okay? I'm very familiar with it.
There's nothing you can't say. So, probably not.
Are they gonna ask you? So here's the little thing.
They're gonna have to leave.
Really? Well, Asa's dad's walking off. He might actually figure it out, so it's possible. I can ask Asa. Well, if you're not going to college, then I'll answer. Asa's dad is super cool. So Asa's dad is actually really cool. He's super cool.
Do the actual. You're welcome.
They're going to tell you no, or do you not want to know?
It's ADUs.
Excuse me.
I'm confused. What do you mean? I'm just trying to figure out. Because if you need me to drive you, I can drive you, but I can't drive more than one person. I can't drive both you and Ethan. So if you are coming and you need me to drive you, I have to tell Ethan.
No, my dad should be able to drive me. Because we're not taking Parker home today. And my brother won't be with us. So we should be able to drive. It's just a matter of getting picked up. And if they're okay with me being at a restaurant.
Yeah. Well, we're sitting outside. Yeah, it's yeah, it's outside, and it won't be at like night hours. We'll be at like 4 p.m. All right. Well, text us when you figure out.
Hey guys, your quizzes will be graded by the end of the day, so if you want to see your quiz before you leave school, you're welcome to drop by after 4th period and come see your quiz.
I like to be optimistic over the weekend, so I will not be checking.
I will put the grade up, but if you want to see how you did, like see your what you got right and wrong, they will be done. Okay? Not yet.
I don't think it takes a lot.
You graded my quiz now?
I've graded the first 2 pages of all of them. I'm on the 3rd page.
Thank you. Well, have a good weekend.
See ya. Finishing the assignments from today. So finishing the review and finishing the writing equations.
Well, let's see. This one.
Hello.
That's totally napped.
Yeah.
Where do I put
Did you
bottom 2
feel
blanks?
better now?
Yeah. Huh?
Where do I put these bottom 2 blanks?
The first one is standard form, and the second one is linear factorizations.
So for the extra credit, I did all of them except for the last one because I was confused on that one. Can I still get extra credit, or can you help explain it to me?
Yeah, I can help.
Okay.
Oh, those are your collecting those, so you keep that. Find your
Are there notes
planner.
tonight?
There are not notes tonight.
Yeah, I ran out of space on the other font, so
Okay.
sign anywhere.
You too.
Last weekend.
Will do.
Also, I might have abused the fact that you were asleep to get a free calculator.
No. Oh, to get a calculator without turning in something, you mean? Not to steal a calculator, to borrow one. I got you. I got you.
Can I go and fill up my water bottle?
Yes. So evil. Okay, hang on. Hang on to them. Remind me in a little bit because I'm grading these right now, and then when I have the grades pulled up again, then I'll check them. Okay.